Hey everybody, this is Lindsay McDougall, a licensed yoga practitioner and acupuncturist, and I like to do a bit of the vinyasa style flow with our Iyengar and Ashtanga cues, so holding poses a little bit longer, a lot of structure based. So I hope you enjoy it. For props that we will need in class today, I would have a blanket for knees and joints, a block, and a strap for any reaching things that would be hard to reach. Okay, so go ahead and take your mat, lay it out in a place that you have enough room, and we'll go ahead and start seated on a blanket. And let me just double check my phone. If you guys want to create a music background, by all means, go ahead. Okay. So let's start in Sukhasana, easy pose. Knees bent, feet in. You want to do half lotus. Bring the sits bones onto the blanket with the hips raised. And then inhale, hands on the knees, grow the spine long. And exhale, let it all out. Inhaling, deepening the breath. And exhaling, release. Take 3 more breaths slowly through the nostrils, into the back of the throat, down to the abdominal center and the lower abdomen. Nice long breath. Holding at the top. And exhaling all the way out. 2 more rounds of that, just noticing the brain as it slows down. Noticing the calming effect on the mind. Holding at the top of the breath. And exhaling it out. Completely, until you need to take another breath. Good. Exhaling. And then inhale, let's take hands to heart center. And exhale, walk your hands forward, reach nice and long. Drawing the fingertips will be on the ground, and then we're drawing the outer shoulders down and lengthening the chest towards the hips. And walk those hands over to the right. A little twist here, bring the abdomen on top of the right thigh. Extend. And exhale, bow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, walk the hands over to the left. Keeping that extension. Exhale, bow as you walk the hands out. Right hip weighted. Inhaling. And then on your exhale, coming back to center. Coming up. Lean forward, take the blanket away from you. Bring your hands behind your hips, and then take the right foot back next to your right hip. Left foot is touching the inner thigh of the right leg. Left hand back. Inhale, lift the hips, raise the right arm in a circle. Reaching into this back bend. Exhale, settle the hips down. Inhale, sweep the arm up. Exhale, coming down. One more time like this. Inhale. And exhale down. And then switch sides. Bring the left heel back next to the left hip. Right foot touches the left leg. Right hand back. Left arm lifts, coming in a circle. Inhaling. And exhaling down. One more time with that. Reaching. Back bend. Exhale. One more time. Looking with our gaze at the fingers. Good. And then let's come into tabletop. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Externally rotating the hands, rotating the eyes of the elbows forward. Pressing the shins down. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the hips. Exhale, pull everything back and up into the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen the spine from the hips through the crown. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the back, press into the shins. Inhale, lengthening the breath, lengthening the spine. Exhale, bring everything back. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg, making it straight, and then pull the abdomen into the lumbar spine. Lift and lengthen, and then come to the instep of the right foot, lift the right arm. Vashisthasana variation here. Reach the arm towards the front of the room, navel towards the ceiling, left knee firmly pressing into the ground. And then notice that left shoulder, is the shoulder away from the ear? Is the shoulder going down the back, externally rotating? And then coming back to half plank, drop the right knee. Lift the left knee, lengthen the leg. Pull in the abdomen, wrap the side ribs, low ribs up into the core. And then bring that left foot to its instep, left arm raised, right knee firmly planted. And again, roll those elbows back, shoulder blades down the back, and look up at that hand. See if you can lengthen with the breath. And exhale, half plank. Inhale, lift and lengthen. I'm in cow posture. Exhale, draw the heels up by the glutes. Drop the chest between the thumbs. Look forward. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, pull the elbows in, lift the hips. Child's pose. Now let's make our way into our downward facing dog. Externally rotating the hands, thumbs and forefingers pressing firmly in, shooting energy through all the fingers. Roll the biceps towards the ceiling. Tuck the toes under, and then lift the sits bones up, pointing the toes, and then exhale, extending the heels away. Sits bones towards the back of the head. Inhale, let's lift the heels, curl the back forward, coming into a plank. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Let's try that again. Inhale, coming to the balls of the feet. Lift the hips, and then roll the upper back towards the front of the mat, coming into a plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bring it forward to the right wrist. Looking up, low lunge. Exhale, the left foot to meet it. Inhale, halfway pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, strong legs. Let's come all the way up. Reach for the stars. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, so we'll make our way into some flow variations. Inhale, strong legs. Tuck the tail, lift the chest. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back, shoulders away from ears, look forward. Exhale, place the hands in the right foot back, look up. Left foot back plank, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga if you're feeling up for it. Inhale to a back bend. Exhale, knee back in down dog. Nice long breaths here. Pull the low ribs in. Nice long side ribs, waist. Lift the heels. Exhale, heels away from the balls of the feet. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, sweep it forward to the left wrist. Look up. Exhale, the right foot forward. Inhale, halfway pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, squeeze thighs, lift the chest, coming into a straight upright posture, and exhale down. Let's take that again, similar. Inhale, raise the hands, arms. Exhale, swan dive down. Tuck the chin, strong legs. Inhale, lift the chest, lead with the heart. Exhale, place the hands, left foot back, look up. Exhale, right foot back, take a chaturanga with bent arms or knees, chest, chin. Upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, sweep it forward to the right wrist. Drop the left knee. Untuck the left toes. Inhale, crescent pose. Lift the chest. And then you can sink into that hip a little, bringing some stretch and length into the left thigh. Right hip is down. How's the core? How's the breath? Make sure we're protecting our back by engaging our core. Look up to the hands, baby back bend. Exhale, left hand down, right arm lifts. And you can pop the left leg straight if you want to take this into a low twisted lunge with the left leg straight. Can be bent as well. Right hand comes down. Take a vinyasa here. Can be three-legged or plank. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, sweep it forward to the left wrist. The right knee comes down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up, tuck the tailbone, lift the pubis. Sink the hips. Breathing, using our core. Reach back with those arms looking towards the thumbs. And then exhale, bring the right hand down, left arm up. You can keep that right knee down still, or if you want to tuck the toes under and lift for a low twist, go ahead. And exhale, take a vinyasa here. Leaning back and downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the elbows wide, coming into almost a dolphin, like bringing the head towards the floor. And then pull those elbows under, and then lengthen through the index finger. So widening out the shoulders, make the outer shoulders super wide, pinky down to the outside of the scapula and the hips. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, sweep it forward. Look up, low lunge. Exhale, right to meet it. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Tuck the chin, strong legs. Inhale, squeeze, come up. And back to Samasthiti, hands at heart center. So I do a little curtsy because I cannot be seen. I get cut off at the top. So let's take this into a chair. So we're all together. Inhale, sweep the fingertips on it, graze them on the floor as you squeeze the ankles and knees together, thighs together, chair pose. Exhale to cactus arms. Inhale, twist over to the right. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, twist over to the left. Exhale, back to center. Arms come down, pinwheeling up. Sweep the arms up, look between the hands, sit back into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, place the hands, hop or step back to plank chaturanga. Take your vinyasa here. Leaning back in down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, sweep it forward to the right wrist. Left leg down, heel down, warrior one. So raising the arms. Let's take opposite elbows on top of the head here, and then focus on the legs. So bend that right knee. Pull the left hip forward, navel over right knee. And then press at the same time into that back heel. So sometimes our direction in yoga takes more of our mind in what we presume is just a millimeter of movement, but it's getting us there. Good. Exhale, open up the arms. Let's come to warrior two. So you may have to adjust the feet so the heel is intersecting the back arch, and go ahead and look at that back foot. Is it horizontal with the back of the mat? Try and pull the ball of the foot forward a bit so the toes are pointing to the upper left corner, and you've got that 45-degree angle. Is a very good anchor for this pose. So shoulders over hips, arms wide, look at that third finger. And then let's take the hands in a clasp down the back. Inhale, lift the chest, elbows together. Bend into that right knee. And exhale, arms wide again. Left hand comes behind the waist to the top of the right thigh. Inhale, lean back, right arm over the head. Reverse warrior. So lift it down at the foot or up at the arm. Exhale, lean forward, bring that right elbow, side angle pose with the right elbow on the right knee. Have a block handy if you want to take this block outside of the foot. Inhale, left arm horizontally comes across next to the ear. Breathing into that low abdominal space, tuck the tailbone towards the back heel, and then lift the chest. Good. Exhale, take a vinyasa there. Growing the spine longer, opening the chest, drawing the shoulders down. Let's take this to the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, sweep it forward to the right wrist. Right foot down. Make sure that feet are not overcrossed. Warrior one. Sweep the arms up. Let's take the opposite elbow this time. Again, look back at that right foot. Is it pointing at a 45-degree angle? Is the back outer heel grounded? And then we'll bend into that left leg. Right hip moves forward, navel towards left knee. Even if it's just a millimeter. And breathing in through this as our nervous system calibrates to these directives, spreading through our mindfulness. Exhale, open up the arms wide. Bring that right heel in aligned with the left heel. Left knee is bent. Inhale, lengthen through the chest. Exhale, bring the hands together in a clasp. As you inhale, lift the chest, pull the elbows together. And then tuck the tail. Get strong in that core. Exhale, open up the arms wide. Really feel that in the pectoral muscles, the chest becoming wider through the fingers. Reverse your warrior. Right hand comes behind the waist to the top of the left thigh. Left bicep by the ear. Bending into that. Exhale, hinging forward, coming into side angle. Left elbow to left knee. You can have a block or keep the elbow working. I'm going to shorten my stance a little bit. Right arm comes next to the ear. Nice long pose. Tuck the tailbone. Lift the core, strengthen the core. Lengthen from fingertips to the heel. And exhaling, take a vinyasa here. Full inhale and full exhale. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Hop or step to the top of the mat. Look up halfway. Exhale, Uttanasana. Getting ready for chair. Heel toe the feet together, knees together. Sit back, inhale, sweep the arms up. Look forward through the hands for something that you're bringing into your life. And straighten the legs. Come into a back bend, surrender. Good. And exhale down. Nice. Let's take a Malasana squat. So bring your blanket nearby if you need it. To put under the heels if your heels don't touch the floor. Those who don't need a blanket or a block, come feet as wide as your mat, heels pointed in. Inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, pull everything down through the center, namaste hands. Bring the elbows inside the knees, and then press the knees to elbows, elbows to knees. Drop the tailbone. Again, you can use a block or blankets under your heels or tailbone to support, but really use the inner muscles of the thighs and the core to keep you levitated, keep you open. Good. Exhaling, Uttanasana. Heel toe the feet in to hips width. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring peace fingers to the big toes and fold the chest towards the legs, tucking the chin, elbows wide. So really imagine the scapula are moving up the back, even though our head and neck are moving down, the scapula is still, the back muscles are still moving up as the elbows come wide. And then see if you can widen the elbows, widen the outer shoulders. Go deeper forward bend, fold. Good. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, place the hands, come into plank pose or hop, chaturanga. Use chest chin as an option, cobra or up dog. And exhale, come into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press the heels back, super heavy in the feet. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, come to the outer edge of the right foot, left arm lifts, Svastisthasana on the right. Going to imagine a string is pulling that left hip towards the ceiling, and then strong legs. Strong, strong legs. Don't be afraid of the bones on your outer foot. You can hold it. Exhale. Come to plank pose. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Super sturdy planks. Lift the legs. Lift the abs. Exhale, over to the left. Shavasana. Right arm lifts. Strong posture. Hips up. And strong legs. Don't forget about that external rotation. Eye the elbow forward. And exhale back to plank. Inhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bring it forward to the right wrist. Left foot comes down. Coming with hands on hips, making our way into triangle prep. So open up the hip to the side, to the left side of the mat. The front heel is intersecting the back arch. And we're going to strongly engage the quads and tailbone comes down. So notice when we tuck our tailbone, our core is like, oh, we got to do something. So we got to lift through the core, lift through the chest. Inhale, exhale, hands. Sorry, that was not clear. So open up the arms, triangle. Exhale, hinge forward. Right hand down on the shin. Left arm comes up. So be aware in triangle, sometimes people tend to bring the hips all the way out. Try and pull that right hip under so that your right leg and your right hip are parallel with the mat. And then the other thing people tend to do is squinch their right waist. So see if you can lengthen the right waist as much as the left is lengthened. So this is going to take some work with your glutes and your hip flexors. And then pull the core in. Exhale, left hand on hip, look towards the front of the room, bend the right knee, and make your way to Ardha Chandrasana half moon. Lift the left leg, and bring the right hand outside of the right pinky toe or on a block as you come to this balance. Good. If you need a wall, go ahead, but you honestly don't need to lift the left leg up too much. Just get it to a place where you're bouncing on the right leg. Left hand on hip, drop the left hip, bring the right hand behind the right calf, standing split. If you need to bring your hands to the mat to frame your right foot, go ahead. Or use this as further balance. Good. Exhale, crescent pose. Drop the left foot back, heel up. And then let's take this into a twist. So hands at heart center. Lift the chest. Exhale, lengthen. Twist the left waist towards the right knee. And then bring the elbow outside of the right knee. Left hip is lifting. Right hip is tracking back. Good. And then exhale, bring that left foot down, right foot back, Vashisthasana variation. So you can stay in this variation, or you can bring the right heel inside the left knee, above the left knee, in a tree posture. Arm reaches forward, exhale, take a vinyasa here. Find your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Sweep it forward to the left wrist. The right foot comes up behind it. Hands on the hips come up. Triangle prep. Front heel intersects back arch. And then bring your shoulders to parallel the right side of the mat. Inhale, lengthen out the arms. Exhale, hinge forward, bringing the left hand on the shin. Right arm up to the ceiling. And then again, those quads are going to be working. The hip flexors are going to be working to really pull the abdomen towards the ceiling as we roll the shoulders back and look up to that right thumb. Again, not bringing the left hip all the way out, but tucking that parallel to the mat. Left hip tucks under. And then long left waist. Exhale, bring the right hand to the hip. Look down, bend the left knee. Come into half moon. Raising the right foot, even if it's just a little bit. And you can either balance that left hand on something or keep it free. And then begin to revolve the chest towards the ceiling. And then from here, right hand on hip, the right hip comes down, parallel to the left. And then you can bring that left hand behind the calf and pull the head towards the shin, maybe framing the left foot, coming into standing split here. So pull the abdomen up into the diaphragm, tuck the chin. Exhale, bend the left knee, crescent pose. Coming back. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Lift the chest. Exhale, bring the right elbow outside the right knee, but keeping integrity through the chest so that the right waist comes towards the inner knee. Lift that right hip. See if you can strengthen and elongate the legs. Coming buoyant in the core. And then next, Vashisthasana, right hand down. Left foot stacks on top of right, coming to the outer edge of the right foot, left arm up. So we've already done this once, but if you want to take it further by bringing the heel into tree pose, go ahead. Same principles, lifting the hips, right shoulder tucks under, lengthen the chest. Exhale, take a vinyasa here. Going back into down dog. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, upper step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, and then heel toe the feet wide again. Coming into Malasana. Exhale, bend the knees, elbows inside the knees, and come into this squat. Okay, you can stay in the squat like it is, or if you can make your way to crow pose, going to place the hands down, lift the hips, hands come in front of the toes, lift the hips, and then come to the balls of the feet, wrap the knees towards the triceps, and then bring one foot up or both feet, coming balanced into crow. Toes are touching, and then we're lifting the back body up. So super core workout, hollowing out the abdomen. One day the knees will be on the outsides of our armpits. And if you want to shoot back to chaturanga or slowly walk back to chaturanga, go ahead. Take a vinyasa here. And exhale down. And let's drop the knees and come to seated. So we'll come to staff pose. So you can bring your blanket and place it underneath the hips if you like. I often like to do that just to give me a little more mobility in the forward folds. Shooting the heels out in front, pulling the sits bones flush away. And then squeeze the thighs down, lift the heels, bring the hands onto either side of the hips, shoulder blades down, lift the chest, tuck the chin. So imagine it's like mountain pose, but seated. So we're feeling the side ribs, the armpits lifting, and then inner thighs down, quads engaged. Good. And then from here, if you have your strap, have that handy. And bring your strap to the balls of the feet. So tuck it just under the pinky toe, grabbing one end and the other. And then press into the ball of the foot firmly, because it tends to be that our feet are a bit inverted, but we want to make sure that the big toe mound is pressing in just as much as the pinky toe. Not more than, but just as much. Walk the hands up the strap. Inhale, pull on the strap, lift the chest. And then exhale, just hinge forward about 45 degrees. So you're going to feel this in the low back. Inhale, lift the core, lengthen, shoulder blades down the back. Exhale, come a little further. If you've already got a hold of the feet, go ahead. You don't need the strap. And if you're getting a hold of the wrists and you want to tuck the chin and drop the head towards the shins, go ahead. The work here is really in the Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha, the pelvic floor and the navel center. So inner thighs down, sits bones back, and then the front body is moving forward over the thighs. Don't forget the legs really help when you engage the legs. And soften the mind. Inhaling, coming up, release. Good. So we're going to take a bound variation of Janu Shirshasana. So you can bend the left knee, and options here would be you can go for traditional Janu, where the left knee is in, but the left foot's in. I want to do a variation, so if you take the strap to exactly around the foot, around the ball of the foot, and then bring that strap on top of the right leg. Left hand's going to come around and grab the strap and pull that foot into the abdomen so that the heel is in the groin crease, and then the left knee can be on a block if you need it. Or if you're pretty used to this and you don't need this strap, you can pull the heel in and grab the big toe mound. And then what I want us all to do is reach forward, grabbing the outer edge of the right foot. So we're going to use our heel to sort of stimulate peristalsis, and remove stagnation, bring fresh blood and prana into the viscera, the bowel. See if you can gently fold and surrender more. Tucking the chin, loosening. And I love what this feels like in the back when we're doing this forward fold with a little bit of a bolster using the heel. A nice thing to do is a belly bolster in the mornings when you wake up. rolling something under the abdomen and lying face down. It's very invigorating. And then inhale, slowly come up. And release the strap, drop the foot. Left foot goes long, right knee comes in. And then you can stay in Janu if you don't want to deal with the bound version, although I highly recommend it. Those who have the bind, you're going to pull the heel into the navel and then drop the top of the foot down into the groin crease. Right hand comes around, grabs the foot, forward fold. For those with the strap, you're going to take any old end of the strap, you're going to pull it, just grabbing the strap, just simple over the ball of the foot, and then left hand's going to catch both ends of the strap and pull the foot in, okay? So once the strap's on the left side of the body, the right hand is going to come around and grab that strap, and then the left hand grabs the outer edge of the left foot. Okay, making our way into our forward fold, tucking the chin, lengthening the front body. See if you can get the ribs to become longer away from the hips. So there's more space for the foot. And then press that heel in. And dig around a little bit, open up the side body, the side waist. See if you can soften the mind. Take another last long inhale. And then as you exhale, gently release. And then let's make our way to our backs. We're going to pull the heels in to the shoulders, towards the glutes, and then tuck the arms underneath the shoulders. So lift the hips, pull the upper arms under. Take your hands and grab interlaced fingers under the tailbone. And then press into the heels as you lift the hips and come into bridge posture. So inner thighs are rolling down, heels are heavy, and then the side ribs are lifting. So everything along the side body is lifting up, and the weight is coming into the tops of the shoulders. And then exhale, release, come down. And lengthen out the legs or windshield wiper the knees. Good, we'll take one more like that. So again, press into the heels, lift the hips, roll the shoulder blades down underneath the body, and you can take the opposite grasp or fingertips can come under heels. Palms face up, and then press even higher this time. See if you can roll the tailbone towards the backs of the knees and lift the hip bones higher. Exhaling, coming down. Good. And then we'll make our way to shoulder stand. So some things that are nice for shoulder stand is having your blanket in the conventional fold and place the folded part towards the back of I'll demonstrate it towards the front of the mat. So you're going to bring the folded part that's going to be just under your neck and shoulders. So there's a little padding there. So you're going to bring the tops of the shoulders to the folded edge of the blanket. And then you can take a block. If you want to just do a low-key shoulder stand, just take the block underneath the sacrum and then stream energy up the thighs into the fingers, into the toes. Or for a more full-on shoulder stand, you can press the hips up, palms down, and then just catch the hips with the hands. Walking the heel of the hand up the body towards the shoulder blades, keeping the weight on the shoulders and the elbows. So whichever one you've chosen, make sure you're actively engaging the legs, actively streaming energy up the body, and take about 7 more breaths here. Should be no pressure on the neck, but use the pressure on the shoulder to release the front of the neck, the thyroid, the parathyroid. Calming the breath, calming the mind. And get hips over shoulders. When you reach your last breath, 7 to 10 breaths or so, exhale, come into plow pose, bringing the tops of the feet down behind you, and then clasping the hands along the floor. So this will feel more intense, but still weight's on the shoulders, and the hips are lifting away. And feel free to bend the knees by the ears. Knees to ears pose, Karnapadasana. And then exhale, roll out with palms face down until the sacrum touches the tops of the palms. Legs gently lower down. And then press into the elbows, lift the chest, roll onto the top of the head, Madhusyasana fish pose. And from here, I like to open the mouth, stick out the tongue, cross the eyes, lion's breath. Let's do that again. Inhaling. Exhale. Release the jaw, release the facial muscles. One more time. Good. And exhale, rolling all the way out. Palms face up. You can take any last postures that you'd like before our final resting pose. Happy baby, or just hugging the knees. And we'll make our way to Shavasana. Relaxing the hips, the shoulders, the heart. Relaxing the jaw, the back of the head. Taking deep breaths and feeling that breath start to congeal with the flow of prana in the body, flow of thought. In a place of no thought, a place of being. Letting the eyes sink back into the sockets. Underneath our senses, deeper into the body. welcome you to stay in this posture for another 5 minutes. Letting any thoughts become just observances in your mind's eye. And just calming the heart with the breath. Thank you so much for joining. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana, and I'll see you next week. Namaste.